Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Today's reading is completely Spirit's lead. There is not a specific question, but Spirit wants to bring through some messages here according to where you are right now and what is happening right now. Whenever I'm recording this reading, even though it's a timeless reading, but there is a lot happening in the collective. There is a lot of intense and interesting energy, and Spirit is guiding me here to just let this reading be open and fully surrender into Spirit's lead. So whatever pile you are drawn to, if it's one pile or more than one pile, whatever messages your intuition is guiding you to, receive them with an open heart and an open mind. So my dear beautiful souls, thank you for being here in this space with me. And if you are interested in this reading, I will see you in your pile. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 1, I have a message for you. My dear beautiful pile 1, you chose this Temple of Mary card. And there is such a beautiful, gentle and soft presence that is coming down with this. This is about love. This is about your heart. This is about painful places and painful memories that want to be healed. Painful memories that are asking for love. This is about stability and safety and security within yourself. Your soul and your heart that want to feel safe to open. This presence, the Divine Mother aspect of God, Source, Spirit, whatever you connect to, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, I also hear the Holy Trinity, nurturing your own temple. It also says emotional expression, playful innocence and exploitation. Innocence, purity, beautiful white and light colors. Heavenly blankets, heavenly showers, safety and protection. Safety and protection. But I also want to read this for you, what the book says. The Temple of Mary. Emotional expression, playful innocence and exploitation. An organ of deep knowledge and wisdom, your heart links your consciousness and soul as one being. Receiving this divine love can be an intense and heart-awakening experience. This divine expansion communicates these interactions through your heart's feeling. Its emotional expression is essential to give and receive love fully. The Temple of Mary is guarded fiercely. Those that choose to enter must be ready to free their heart from love restrictions. With humility and grace, the Divine Mother can help you identify any wounds connected to mother figures with loving support. She inspires your soul to love deeper and to surrender to the innocence of your inner child. Residing on the fifth ray of healing, the Divine Mother Mary assists the children of Earth to evolve their heart to free individuals from emotional pain and burden. If unconditional love wasn't given to you as a child, it may be difficult to accept who you are and others without conditions. Left unhealed, these wounds affect future relationships and acceptance of love, leaving your generous heart open to exploitation. Divine Mother Mary asks you to be receptive in expanding into new levels of love. Get the tissues ready. Goodbyes will seem to last forever, and empathic connections will bring newfound friends. Long distance travel, relationship issues, and natural life transitions will also influence friendships and relationships. Your heart might be heavy. Love and be loved. Be at peace, my child. Affirmation: I release my personal prejudice. I accept others the way I accept myself. So, my dear beautiful pile one, there is something here that is weighing heavily on your heart. Your guidance, your team, the Divine Mother aspect wants to assist you in this, to offer you support in allowing your heart and your soul to feel more light, free of burden. Because there is a sadness also that is coming through with this. And whomever chose pile one, there is a sadness here that wants to be highlighted. It's a very interesting energy because this presence that is here is so loving, it's so caring, it's so all-encompassing. But when I look here within this energy to your card, it feels like she is fully wrapped in the sadness, and she doesn't realize this presence that is here. So whatever this is, pile one, whatever feels painful for you, whatever feels like a heavy burden on your heart, allow it to be there. Hold space for it. But do your utmost best to let go of the identification with. Allow yourself to be lifted out of this. Allow yourself to see this from a higher perspective. Because the experience of suffering and the experience of pain and burden can be transformed into an experience of divine safety, divine love, and divine security in a finger snap, in a blink of an eye, by a choice coming from you. Your choice to let go and to surrender, and to choose the Divine Mother, the Holy Spirit, to lift you out of this. Your intention and your conscious choice to do this will transform your experience very easily. And it's not about ignoring what is there. Our wounds have to be healed. But dwelling in the pain and dwelling in the suffering, dwelling in burden, does not heal them. It makes them bigger. It amplifies the experience of suffering, of pain and burden, up until a moment that it's too much to bear, that we are forced to open up to different ways. But this presence and this ability to experience divine love, unconditional love, through the suffering, through the pain, and through the burden, is always there. It's always available. But up to us to choose so. There is a need in here to protect your heart. But open it up in the right place, which is in connection with God, Source, Spirit. Don't close your heart to the divine. Your temple is untouched. Your temple stays pure. Your temple stays innocent. Your temple stays unbroken. It is whole. It is holy. And it is divinely perfect. And no experience can ever change that. Let me see what else wants to come through here for you. I also feel an invitation in here to visit specific churches, temples, which doesn't have to be that you literally go there, but can also be in your mind's eye, in meditation or something, to put yourself into an environment that carries the vibration of being a temple, a sacred cave, I hear, a sacred space, a sacred environment. And again, I do feel for some this is going to churches. Most churches are built on strong energetic places. And it's not about the church itself, it's not about the religion, but it's about being in this space being in a building or being in something that feels like a temple. Releasing and contemplation. This is 32. Temple of Mary is 31. Contemplation. The temple is here again. Releasing, purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go. Something wants to be let go of. Hummingbird. Beautiful pile 1. Spirit of a hummingbird. Very beautiful spirit. To connect with, also to join with, to merge with. It's a spirit that is so light and so joyful. It's so simple and so miraculous at the same time. It goes for the nectar of the flowers. So go for the nectar of the flower. Crystals also, what I felt here already with this temple, specific crystals that you feel drawn to, make use of them, connect with them, allow them to unload and upload your vessel, your soul, your spirit, your mind. There are certain bubbles that want to be broken here, pile 1. And with these bubbles wanting to be broken, it's certain bubbles that you have created for yourself as a sense of protection, in a state of survival in some way. And these bubbles seem to have served you in at times, but they really want to be they want to break open. And spirit of hummingbird here wants to help you to to pick them open, and to remind you of the nectar that you are. And the nectar that you are is this space within you, your holy sacred temple, which is untouchable, it's unbreakable, it's pure, it's innocent, it's holy, it's whole, it's divine. So connect with the spirit of hummingbird. That's an invitation. Don't have to, but it's an invitation that is here. The spirit of hummingbird really wants to support you also. The Divine Mother, for sure. But the spirit of hummingbird also, and this, again, it's such a beautiful spirit here. And it's such a small bird, but so majestic at the same time. And this is also what the spirit of hummingbird the message that it wants to bring you here. To remind you of the small, of the details, to help you to see the details. And when you are able to see the details and choose to focus on these details that are important, they will also become bigger. The spirit of hummingbird is able to pierce through the bubbles, to break the bubbles, to bring you to the nectar, and then connect you with this greatness of the divine in a simple way. Easy, simple, small steps. Contemplation, silence, knowing, releasing control. Letting go of control, the surrender, letting go is also here in releasing. A knowing that comes through when we allow ourselves to release control according to something. And look at all the stars. Look at this brightness, this purity that is coming through in your cards. All of them. This pure white light colors, and the stars, the lights that want to shine. Look at this. I'm being shown here an image where someone is allowing this divine presence to be anchored in, and then this divine presence bursts open as a star, piercing through and pushing away in a sense, but it's dissolving anything that stands in the way of shining. You want to shine. Your heart wants to shine. Your heart doesn't want to do this. You don't want to protect. There is nothing to fear. Nothing has power over you unless you give it power. But this protection here, it's about knowing where it's okay to show your vulnerability. Knowing where it's okay to open up. Which is here in the first place, the divine. In your connection with the Divine Mother. And in a space, in an environment that feels healthy, that feels safe, and that feels secure. And the more you allow yourself to open up in that space, the more you will remember that you are always safe and that you are always secure, that you are always protected, that your temple is untouchable. And again, the spirit of hummingbird wants to support you here. Let me see what else is here for you. Beautiful pile 1. This seed. Let me pull another one with this seed. This seed and happy family. I feel for some of you here, pile one, that you have been deceived in your family. Cheated by loved ones. Something happened here in connections that feel for you or felt for you as family. Connections where you opened up, showed your vulnerability, and something came to you that pierced straight into your heart. It feels like knives in your heart. And what is here with this Temple of Mary, according to this is a painful experience. The acknowledgement of this is there. And what I also feel with this is not the way to deal with people. This is not a loving way of connecting and interacting with our brothers and sisters, whatever this is, whatever happened here. Your invitation in here is to don't close your heart because of this experience. This is an opportunity for you to see through. This is an opportunity for you to know that any harmful and any hurtful behavior can only come from a place of trauma. So whatever this situation is, whatever people are involved in here, they can only hurt or harm, can only express hurtful or harmful behavior because they are identified with a trauma. But also that is not their real self. They are acting out of a broken self. And you have the opportunity in here, in the first place, to don't allow this experience to have power over you and to force you to close down the love that you are. To force you to close down, to express the love that you are. That's the first opportunity in there. To allow yourself to still open your heart despite this experience. Another opportunity in here and an invitation in here is to see through the behavior, to see through the deceit, to see through the lies, to see through the harmful or painful actions of others, and to recognize their true self, to recognize also in them that there is a space within each and every brother and sister, within each and every being, there is this divine temple. There is this holy essence. And it's by us saying no to harmful behavior, but refusing to judge or reject someone according to their behavior. So see the behavior, say no to it, but affirm, confirm the truth, the holiness in each and every being. My beautiful pile 1. Let me pull from 2 more decks here. Celestial realm. Call in your angels, call in your guidance, call in the divine, and allow them to pour, allow their presence to pour into your consciousness, which is remembering what you are and remembering this divine connection that is always there. And when you do so, you will be lifted out of the experience of suffering. One more here. Frequency and vibration. Frequency, vibration, and do something new. This is a specific message here, divinely orchestrated. Whatever this is, it is exactly as it is supposed to be. Wherever you are, there is an opportunity in this experience to see the divine orchestration in it. There is also a specific invitation here to do something different according to frequency and vibration. Which brings me back to this hummingbird. This hummingbird is, they move on a specific frequency. They are also able to give the impression to stand still while moving their wings. But there is do something new, frequency, vibration. Again, it brings me to the spirit, the invitation to connect to the spirit of hummingbird, because there is something in that frequency, there is something in that vibration which is very easy for you to bring you back into the remembrance and the connection with the divine, to offer you this knowing that all of this is divinely orchestrated. You are not a victim, only if you choose so. There is a very beautiful opportunity in here to expand the love that you are, and to also expand the experience of being divinely loved, being unconditionally loved. So my dear beautiful pile 1, don't close your heart. Connect to the spirit of the hummingbird and allow the remembrance of the divine mother aspect of God to pour down on you. Open up your heart space. You are safe, you are protected, and whatever this is, it's divinely orchestrated. You are not a victim of this, unless you choose so. Okay, my dear beautiful pile 1, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful. And I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 2, I have a message for you. And you, my dear beautiful pile 2, you chose this Antakarana card image. Antakarana number 2, crossing the rainbow bridge, resurrection and coming full circle. There is an extraordinary experience of peace that is coming through with this. And a settling also of peace. A peace that is anchoring in. Peace. Peace and knowing. I want to read for you what the book says about this. Antakarana. Antakarana, crossing the rainbow bridge, resurrection and coming full circle. The Antakarana forms a connection between your intelligent mind and the higher levels of your perception and consciousness. Identified as the source of supreme thinking, the Antakarana is mind, soul, heart, or conscience. Conscience, an ancient symbol used for spiritual healing. It can amplify the healing of any technique or practice you choose to use in your life. Meditation, massage, breathing exercises, hypnosis, energy work, traditional medicine, and medical practices will enhance the healing potential of your chosen method. Antakarana is a Sanskrit word for rainbow bridge. Coming full circle, this is a time for those who are ready to cross this rainbow bridge and send their spirit home. Moments of serendipity will leave you inspired. My love knows no bounds. I am endless. Affirmation: my energy is amplified through positive action. My heart is full. So, my dear beautiful pile 2, this is very beautiful energy that is coming through here. There is an energy of coming full circle. I lose the word for it now, but it will come back. Completion. Coming full circle. Completion. There is this peace which is so very present here. And it's big also. It's very big here, this peace. And then there is the healing practices. Whomever is busy with anything or interested in any kind of healing practice, this is spirit, your guidance coming through with, go for it. And whatever you are doing, always take with you this peace. Always start from a place of peace within. Specific new guides may also show themselves to you during this time, who are showing up to assist you in any healing practice, which can be a healing practice for you, or it can be a healing practice in the sense of service to others. But whatever you do for yourself, on some level, you are also doing that for all our brothers and sisters. Because there is no separation, we are all connected. I'm being reminded here or pulled here into the world of the elves. So someone or you, whomever this is for, you are very connected, open to the world of elves. And this is interesting. I have to feel into this. But whomever this message is for, you know I'm speaking to you because you are very drawn to elves. There is also the language of the elves that is coming through here. And they are also showing up for you here, also according to healing practices. And this language, there is a specific frequency in the language of the elves, which is also healing and can also be a new aspect to merge into a healing practice that you are doing already or that you are thinking about. Sound healing is also coming through with this. Let me see. Pile 2. Beautiful energy. Interesting readings today. The energy is very interesting at this time. It's a timeless reading, but in the moment that I'm doing this reading, collective energy is very interesting. A lot is shifting, a lot is changing. But for you, pile 2, there is, for all of you, a lot of new guides that want to present themselves to you. Or existing guides already, but they want to connect with you on a deeper level. They want to connect with you on a more solid level, which also means that you will perceive them more clear in whatever way works for you. However your senses are developed, you will perceive them through your senses, to your specific senses in your unique way. But the energy coming through here with all these new guides showing up, all these helpers showing up here, and the fact that I also bring it in your reading pile 2, that there is so much happening on the collective level. There is this newness, there is this change into different ways of being, different ways of living, different ways of perceiving everything. And these new guides are really coming together with that also, to guide you, to assist you and to support you into this new way of being, in this new environment, in these new frequencies. The throat portal, you see, sound. Sound is very important here and very significant for you, pile 2. The throat portal, speak your truth, courage and suppression. I don't feel suppression in here, although this might be a message for some to don't hold back in expressing yourself, specifically through sound. But the frequency, sound healing, the language of the elves, also light language, anything with sound is very specific. Also for you, pile 2, it's this peace also comes together with speaking your truth and allowing the truth to speak through you. So on a personal level, on an individual level, in the human experience or in your soul experience, allow your human and your soul to express what they are experiencing, but also be open and clear to be a vessel for the truth, the one and only truth, the truth of God, truth of source, truth of spirit, to speak through you. And I was falling over my words, and this is about because there is this peace, right, which also presented itself, starting your reading, tuning into your energy. And when I get too excited, when I start to speak more fast, I stumble over my words. When I come back into peace, when I slow down my rhythm, the words come out as they are supposed to come out, in the right frequency, in the right tone, creating the wave necessary. So always come back to peace, also according to these healing practices. If you are working with yourself or working with others, at all times come from a place of peace. And it's your healing practice also, whatever this is, these healing practices. The peace that you are, the peace that you embodied, will also be transferred and transmuted through the practice that you do. Whatever healing practice that you do, also do your utmost best to come back to the core of what needs to be healed. Don't get lost in superficiality. Don't get lost in putting specific things into a box. Stay very open for the holistic healing that wants to happen, which comes together with peace, which is peace, and which happens in a place and a state of peace. Sound, my dear beautiful pile 2. Let me first pull some cards here with this sound. Light. So light language is significant for some here. If you feel something tingling, an inkling or something that sparks your curiosity according to light language, then follow your guidance lead, the lead of your guidance according to this. Be aware of the signs. This comes together with your guidance, new guides, these new helpers that are showing up here and that are putting a lot of signs on your path, in your consciousness, in your awareness. There is a lot of invitation in here to connect and to follow Spirit's lead, follow the lead of your guidance. So don't search for it, but stay very open and stay very aware of experiences, objects, words, thoughts, inspirations that spark something within you, something positive. Unexpected news. Stay open for expect the unexpected. I also feel in here. Stay open for the unexpected, which is no expectations, but an openness for knowing that everything is possible. Also, in here, this be aware of the signs, unexpected news, whatever feels as an anomaly, whatever feels like it's out of place, whatever catches your attention in some way. Something shows up and it seems like a coincidence, right? Coincidence doesn't exist. Serendipities, anything that is out of the ordinary. Be open for that and also follow the lead of these things. Don't just let it pass by or walk by it. Do something with it. Because this is your guidance, new ones or existing ones, that are trying to pull your attention according to something. Nothing in here is a coincidence. And this is a specific message for someone, because there are specific signs that are showing up for you, and for some reason you still judge that as being a coincidence. But it's not. And your judgment as being a coincidence is coming from a place of doubtfulness. So your guidance coming through here, let go of the doubt, because this is not a coincidence. We are trying to pull your attention according to something. Listen. Because the coincidence will keep on showing up until you do something with that. Don't walk by it. Don't let it pass by. It's an answer to your prayer. It's an answer to your call. The call of your soul. What else is here? Pile 2. the heart portal, receptivity, generosity, and mistrust. This is again a confirmation for the message that just came through. Do not mistrust whatever, do not mistrust your intuition. Do not mistrust the guidance that is coming to you. Heart portal, receptivity and generosity. Wherever you can, be generous towards self and others at all times. Because whatever you give to another, you give to yourself. It's an expansion of love. It's an expansion of sharing. It's an expansion of abundance. And receptivity is, again, this be very aware, pile 2, because so much is happening here. So much is trying to pierce through from the unseen world into your earthly experience. And whatever is coming through from there, whatever is reaching you through the veil, receive that in your heart space. Don't try to analyze. Get out of the human mind. Get out of the intellect. Receive and think with your heart, I hear. But don't try to think with your heart. Your heart receives, your heart feels, it speaks a very different language. So tune in to the language of your heart. It's also in your heart space that peace is received, experienced, and expanded. Shared, transmuted, transferred. So allow that wheel in your heart to unwind and to spin on the rhythm of spirit. Allow the wheel of your heart to spin on the frequency of love and peace. Don't force anything, just allow. Be receptive to let loose the wheel, to unwind whatever needs to be unwinded, and then receive, be receptive for the divine to spin your wheel at its lead. Your presence is needed. Your presence is healing. And whatever you put into practice from out of your identification with your true self is very, very healing. Towards self, towards any other. So my dear beautiful pile 2, love and peace. Be open for whatever presents itself to you. Be open for anything that is out of the ordinary. And always come back into your heart space, into the identification with your truth. And know that your presence and your being and whatever you put into practice from the right place is extremely, extremely healing and very needed. Okay, my dear beautiful pile 2, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 3, I have a message for you. And you, my beautiful pile 3, you chose this very beautiful image. Number 20, the light body. Light body, independence brings comfort, past restrictions, and ancestral healing. The energy that is coming through for you, pile 3, is it feels unsettling. It feels like an unease in the physical vessel. It feels like I get G-force with this. It's like, how to describe this? You are expanding beyond the known borders of your physical vessel, but you are also expanding beyond the borders of your previous being. And this is all connected with more and more light that is shining through you. It feels, or it might feel unsettling. It might feel as discomfort in the physical vessel. And the invitation in here is to fully surrender. If you do feel concern and you feel like you want to visit a doctor, please do so. But mainly what you are feeling here is this expansion of light that is settling in your awareness, that is settling within your physical vessel also. Let me read for you what the book says. But I feel, pile 3, the main energy that is coming through already here is it's a discomfort. It feels very unsettling in your physical body, and it's nothing to be fearful of. It's about allowing this to happen, allowing everything to settle in the way it's supposed to settle in. The more resistance you have, the more you go into fear, the more discomfort it brings. But this is very natural. It's very much time for this, and you are very ready for this. You have been preparing also to anchor in these higher frequencies that are settling in right now. Let me read for you what the book says. Light body. Independence brings comfort, past restrictions, and ancestral healing. Every human being has a light body, a vessel for our consciousness as it instantaneously transfers the knowledge of past and present, DNA coding, and galactic memory. It is a sacred grid interwoven with sacred geometry, encapsulating your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual being. For those who are just beginning the spiritual journey, your light body is just beginning to shine, which is not for all. Meaning that I don't feel that most of you are at the beginning of your spiritual journey. Opposite. Once this light infusion takes place within the light body, your soul's matrix begins to settle, and you will find a fresh sense of balance. This new alignment brings positive experiences as this light awakening transmutes denser karmic debris and patterns that have kept you stuck and stagnant in the past. You must be ready to shed the old shell that has provided you with so much protection and comfort. While you may feel unbalanced or unprepared, you are ready to end generational patterns and cycles now. Trade your shield for an arrow. Affirmation: I infuse my light body with power and presence. I embrace my divinity. So, my dear beautiful pile one, whatever you are feeling now, I also feel a lot of focus on the physical body, a lot of new sensations in your being. And the main message, the main invitation in here is to allow it to happen. Surrender into it. At all times, know that you are very protected, you are safe, you are secure. No matter what happens, you are always safe, you are always protected, and you are always secure. This is natural, and this is very timely, what is happening now. And again, the more you resist this, the more uncomfortable it will feel. Trust in your own divinity and trust God, Source, Spirit, your guidance, that they are assisting you with this. This is nothing you are going through on your own. This is something that is very divinely guided and very divinely protected. And again, you are ready for this. You have been preparing for this in the sense of you have been releasing and letting go and making space for these higher frequencies and new frequencies of light and consciousness and remembrance to be anchored in. The unease, the pain that you might feel are energies, old energies that are stuck or that are moving out of your consciousness, that are moving out of your being. And when they are moved, they are also been felt. So I'm getting here the image of clouds that are just passing by and someone that is just looking at the clouds. So it's not about jumping into the clouds and trying to analyze and trying to see in the cloud. It's about looking at the clouds from a distance and gently, slowly let them pass by. Stay the observer of and stay very centered within yourself, within your truth, and within your connection with the divine. I said this also in pile 2. The energy, it's a timeless reading, but while I'm recording this, the energy in the collective is very interesting. A lot is happening and a lot is changing, and it also feels intense, exhausting. It feels unsettling also, because there is so much change, because there is so much of the illusion that is falling away. And this is happening on the collective level, and for you, pile 3, this is also, it's happening within all of us, but you are aware of this process within your physical vessel also. What is happening on the collective is happening also within you. And the awareness within with you is within your physical vessel. So also according to the collective, stay the observer of. Don't jump into fear or chaos. Look at it from the right perspective, which doesn't mean you cannot act. When you see something that feels like it's not coming from the right place, you are very encouraged to act and to do the right thing without judgment. But always come from the right place. Always stay in a place of love and in a place of peace. Always act from out of love and peace. Asking yourself, what would love do? What would peace do? Come back also into your breathing. This is a moment for you, whenever you see this reading, pile 3, to stay very close with yourself, in yourself and with yourself. Very centered. I also hear in the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm there is peace at all times, and that is where you are supposed to be. In the middle, in the eye of the storm, observing the storm. And when you stay centered in the eye of the storm will not hit you. As you know it to be true. So let these new light codes settle in. Create a healthy environment for yourself, where it's as easy as possible to let everything settle in the way that it wants to settle in. And don't go into fear. Don't go into anxiety. Always come back into trust and faith. It's intense. I know it's intense. And I also feel that here, tuning into your energy, it's intense. It's high frequency. But when I move into trust, into faith, when I move into my center, it's a lot less intense. And it doesn't trigger anxiety within me. So a big message for you. Stay in your center and stay very connected with God, Source, Spirit, with your guidance, with that higher power. Because also in this process, this higher power is working directly with you. It's putting the crown on your being. And you are ready to wear this crown. Gracefully, courageously. Being seen for what you truly are. Reaping the rewards of all the healing that has been done. Allowing this space that was filled with so much trauma and so much illusion, so much darkness, everything that's been released there, allowing this space to be filled now with something new. For most of you, pile 3, I also feel that you come from a place of being very much in the unknown and having to learn to embrace that space of unknown, having to learn to join with the void, not knowing, finding peace in there, finding acceptance in there. And now the time is here where that empty space is being filled up with something that is of a very high frequency. And it asks you, your guidance directly asks you to trust this process. And breathing, keep on breathing. Breathe deep into your belly. Breathe deep into your root. Let the divine breathe through you, touching all your chakras from the crown into your root. Breathe in there. It brings ease and it allows, it supports the process of this settling in. Adjacent possibilities, strategy, and victory. This victory, it's very connected here with the crown that is here. Very beautiful energy. Golden age, my dears. This is your golden age. And whatever is happening now, it's only the beginning. Adjacent possibilities, strategy, and victory. The message coming through with this beautiful pile tree is we all have our own unique blueprint, and it's up to you to allow the settling in of this high frequency waves. Allow that to settle in your unique way. There are many different possibilities in how this is being anchored in, depending on our own unique blueprint. So trust in that. Don't compare yourself with others. Always connect with your guidance and trust in the guidance that is coming through. You can always come back into, if you receive guidance, how does that make me feel? Do I feel at peace? Do I feel supported? Do I feel loved in here? So a big message also, don't compare yourself with others. Because this is happening on a very individual level. Or in a very individual and very unique way. That is attuned to you. Strategy. Let me clarify here this strategy. The first message I get with this is get out of your mind. Don't try to analyze this. Don't try to address this from a place of intellect. Don't try to address this from a place of strategy. Because this is something that asks for your mind to step away from this. When you go into the mind, when you try to analyze, which is also the holding on and trying to put this in a certain box, trying to name it, it creates pain, it creates suffering. So leave the strategy behind as much as possible. Over the strategy also, in this image, there is the white feather, which is really spirit coming through. Trust in spirit. Surrender the control of your mind according to this. Again, don't try to name this. Don't try to put this in a box. Allow spirit to lead this here. I never saw this card like this, but the energy that is coming through with this is like the strategy that you built, the protection that you built for yourself to move through difficult obstacles, challenges. Spirit is asking you to put that down and to put the feather, put the lead of spirit over that, which is again an invitation of full surrender. There is nothing you need to do here but to surrender. Let go of control, which makes it the most easy and less painful experience for you. The strategy in here is also what I said in the beginning. If you feel you want to see a doctor according to certain physical ailments or complaints, the going to the doctor and maybe getting a label for what might be wrong is also working against the flow that spirit wants you to be in here. Spirit wants you to surf on this wave in full trust and in full surrender, in full faith. So let go of strategy. Do your utmost best to let go of strategy. Because what is coming in here, this is not to be captured from out of the perspective of the human mind. It's not to be explained from out of the perspective of the human mind. This is an unlimited presence, an unlimited source that is anchoring more and more within you, an unlimited presence and an unlimited frequency that is anchoring in you more and more. And when we try to explain that from the level of a human mind, which is very low in comparison with the highness of the frequency that is coming through, when we try to capture that from that low frequency, we are also limiting what is coming through. So coming back here to the clouds are showing up again. Just watch the clouds pass by. Don't try to catch this. Allow it to happen. This victory is pulling my attention, and then this crown, this feels like such an incredibly high reward for the path that you have walked up until now. A Hierophant in here, surrender, really surrender into God. This is also not something that is connected to any institution or anything that has any rules as far as we know it in the human experience. This is so new and so far out from what we know. This is so far out from whatever has been written So allow this far out high frequency to just settle in an open space. I also here do your utmost best to release any opinions according to this. Opinions, judgments, this putting things in a box. This is nothing to put in a box. When we try to put it in a box, there is the fullness of it cannot come through. Ace of Cups. Just allow your cup to be filled and to overflow with whatever wants to come in here. This is unconditional love. This is pure joy. This is pure bliss that is pouring into you. And it's new. At least in our experience, in this lifetime, on this earthly realm. It feels new, but it's not new for what we truly are. Because it is more and more of what we truly are that is pouring in, that is anchoring in with these new frequencies coming in and settling in your being. It's our natural state of being that is taking space again within us. Space that was before filled with trauma, with illusion, with darkness. So again, what was empty, what has been let go, surrendered, and left an empty space, which you learn to embrace, this empty space is now filling up. And if you allow it to happen from the right place, if you allow it to happen from a place of trust and faith, this will be an experience that is beyond your wildest imagination in a very, very positive way. This is the divine pouring straight into your being and into your experience, if you let it. If you allow yourself to be in this state of victory from the right place, from out of your true self, you have reached something very extraordinary here. Receive your victory, beautiful bough tree. Receive your crown, receive your victory. And keep on breathing, because this is a lot. This is intense. But it's all yours. Your golden age. Receive it. Let it settle in. And once it's been settled in, you will be able to move, to act, to feel, to experience as the king, the queen, the empress, the emperor that you are, the divine being that you are. Whew. Keep on breathing. Keep on breathing and celebrate. Celebrate what's happening here. Don't let your mind trick you into old ways of being, of thinking, of experiencing. Because whatever is happening here is supposed to be celebrated. It's a victory. Again, your golden age. You are supposed to fly. But again, stay very centered and stay very grounded exactly where you are. Be very present with yourself. Hold your own hand here, in connection with God, Source, Spirit. Strength is under there. This is a very strong experience. The intensity that is in here. It's strong, it's intense. But you are also strong. Strong enough to hold this. Prepared to hold this. So let it happen. Let it happen. Let it settle in. Remind yourself to keep on breathing. And receive one more message here. Because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. And we all deserve the utmost best. But you have worked very hard for this. Very, very hard for this. The flame which is again this intensity, the fire, the passion that is coming through. Something is lightening up within you. And it's up to you also to hold that flame in a space of sacredness and in a space of safety. So it doesn't destroy, but it warms. The cave, which is this sacred space for yourself, back to the flame, so it warms your soul, it warms your being, and it also lights the way for others. It's also remembering with this cave, with this flame, it's remembering seeds and new moon, something new here. This is something very new here that is beginning. The beginning of your golden age, beautiful pile tree. And all of this together. This flame here in the cave with the seeds. The fire is burning. It's up to you to keep it in a safe place where it doesn't destroy, but where it is able to warm yourself and others. And by holding this in this safe space, you are able to plant seeds in anyone who crosses your path. But also what is happening now are seeds that have been planted way back. What is happening here is the sprouting of very ancient seeds for you. And the sprouting of these seeds is the beginning of your golden age. So, my dear beautiful pile tree, enjoy. Be with yourself as much as possible. Stay centered, stay grounded, and know that everything what is happening here is of a very, very positive nature. You are ready for this, and it's time for this. Keep on breathing at all times. You are safe, you are protected, and all is well. Ace of Cups. The divine pouring into you. Okay, my dear beautiful pile tree, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.